Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another live stream Saturday. We made it to the weekend. I hope you guys had a great week and that your weekend has started well as well. So let's jump into the formalities of getting you guys up on screen. Thank you everyone for jumping in to the live chat room before this even started. And just having a little look over here, we do have in the house tonight Jennifer, who was here very earlier tonight. So thank you for that, Jennifer, and Deborah as well, and Patrick and Marcia and Vince and Rebel Rose and Carla, Laurie are in the house doing some moderating, so thank you guys for doing that tonight. Tim's in there as well, Teacher Man 1955, Tara, Cheryl, Jennifer again, Thomas, Patrick, Orlando in there as well. Hello guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And we are going to be doing something new in terms of the target that we're aiming for, and I'm going to get this in early with tonight's live stream because due to Carla mentioning it on the last live stream, we're going to be aiming for 230 likes tonight on this live stream. So we'll see if we can get there. If you can hit that thumbs up, it would be massively appreciated. And I spent about half an hour trying to figure out how to get the likes to show up on screen, and I might have been able to do it or I might not. I've just got to try and find where I've done it, but let's see if this is going to work. That's the first stage, and that's the second stage. We're at 62 already, so we might be able to do this tonight. We have 62 likes, and it should go up with people clicking the likes button. At least that's the aim. That's how I've set it up, hopefully, fingers crossed. And it looks like it's just jumped up to 79. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up so early on. That is hopefully going to stay there for the whole live stream. So we'll be able to keep a track on how many likes we get to. We're aiming for 230, but we will see. So thank you for suggesting this new target last week, or should I say last live stream, because that was on Tuesday. Thank you for that, Carla, and we will see. It seems to be working at the moment, and I can see it on my screen. Surely something's going to go wrong in the future with this live stream because it started too well. Let me see if we can keep this going by getting the names of my patrons up on screen as well, because they make everything possible on this channel with these live streams and all of the analysis videos as well. So thank you guys so much for your support. You know who you are. The names going along the bottom of the screen are my patrons, of course. And if you want to get involved yourself, you can head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and you can get your name going along the bottom of the screen as well. So the final stage is to get the super chat window up on screen. I also spent a bit of time getting this back to how it used to be, which is hopefully kind of like that. I don't think it was exactly like that, but it's something that I can work on. I spent most of my time trying to get this likes thing going in the corner. So the super chat, hopefully you guys could see that on screen, because we have had some action that came in before we even started the live stream. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm going to look over on this screen because this one isn't showing it to me. So Mary has donated $5. Thank you for that, Mary. And the message is, "Hi Phil, can you tell us how you got into music? It sounds like you read music as well as play, sing. Any tips on what makes for good music ed?" So thank you for that, Mary. And my top tip is always to make sure that you're enjoying whatever you're doing, whether that's learning to read music or just learning to play. I very much approached it from the angle of learning to play, from hearing other guitarists first of all, and then got into the reading part later. And that was pretty much because I was teaching. I then had to make sure that I could teach people to read if they wanted to, and it was probably more the case with kids and their parents that wanted them to learn to play the guitar and go through the grading system. And in order to teach grades and to take the grading exam and to pass it, you have to be able to read the notes. So I went through pretty much learning to read music in order to teach it, but from a playing perspective, I listened to guitarists and I didn't have any knowledge of reading music or anything at that point. I just learned it all the way that I could hear it, And then I figured out later what all the chords were, what the shapes were that I was using, and all the notes that I was playing, what scales they were, and all that kind of stuff. So it just came along a little bit later. But thank you for that, Mary. My top advice is just to enjoy everything that you're doing, because then you will continue with it. And we have a donation from Orlando. Thank you for this, Orlando, and it's $5. The message is, spike the likes, do it, rock on, rock hard, with lots of rock horns. So thank you for that, Orlando. And it looks like people are literally spiking the likes continuously. And let's have a plug of the mug while we mention the spike of the likes. So if you want to get yourself a spike the likes mug, you can do. It's in the tray underneath this video, filled up with orange squash. The mug is tonight, as always. But thank you for that, Orlando. Gary is in the house as well and has donated $10. Thank you for that, Gary. And it's a straight up donation without a message. And Kathleen has donated $10 as well. Thank you for that. The message is muscle memory the same as subliminal? It took me a while to read that, but no, I don't think it is. Unfortunately, subliminal, that's going to be a difficult one for me to say, is when something goes on in your mind and you don't even know it's going on. Muscle memory, I guess it's kind of similar, if I'm actually getting the definition of subliminal correct. I don't know why I'm forcing myself to say this word so many times when I've already struggled with it on the first attempt. But muscle memory is in your wrist and it's all over your body. You can have muscle memory in lots of different skills and things that people do at the top level. Tennis, for example, that's muscle memory. You can have major muscle groups that repeat particular movements. You can have smaller muscle groups, and that is what we're talking about when we're talking about playing guitar. Very small muscle groups in the wrist, the forearm, some of the upper arm, but not really. It's all stored in there, so that once you do set off the muscle memory, it is something that it will repeat automatically. You don't have to think about it. It is subconscious. Whereas from my understanding of subliminal, that's when you're listening to something when you're maybe going to sleep and you're not actively trying to learn it, but it stays in your mind, it stays in your memory. Whereas muscle memory, you have to go through the process consciously of learning that particular scale, that particular line, whatever you're trying to play. And after many, many, many hours of repetition, you'll then be able to do it subconsciously, and you won't even have to think about it when you're playing a particular run that you have learned to the point where it is now just muscle memory. But I hopefully that has answered your question, and we got there in the end. Thank you as well to Marge, who has donated $2. It's a straight up donation without a question or comment, and we've had another one from Orlando underneath this as well. So I'm going to just scroll down a little bit so that it shows up on your screen as well. Orlando has donated $2, and the message is Italian Carrot Red loved the Julie Andrews video. So thank you for that, Orlando, and also Italian Carrot Red for watching the video and liking it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And as I said in that video, a voice of my youth. And I think The Sound of Music was one of those movies that I didn't necessarily watch a lot, but I heard it a lot because it was always on the TV with my mum and dad watching it. So I'm sure there was probably a little bit of subliminal Julie Andrews singing going into my mind at that point. And you can see what I did there. And I didn't struggle with the words, so I'm going to leave it while I am winning. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Jen has donated $2. Thank you so much for that, Jen. And the message is, for lack of the Gillette action, with a smiley face. So thank you for that, Jen. And that's got to be me not shaving. And unfortunately, it does take time to shave, and time isn't something that I have a lot of at the moment. So I do occasionally find time to shave, but it seems like Jen has a lucky night tonight because I haven't shaved. So no problem for the lack of Gillette action. It's just a byproduct of being very busy. But thank you for that, Jen. So we're going to be jumping into the first video of the night. Again, thank you guys for answering my request for requests in this live stream over on Patreon. And you won't believe how close I was cutting it tonight. I think maybe I started about a minute late because I was trying to get this likes thing over there in the corner, but also getting the super chat window back to normal as well. But we will hopefully get through these videos, and I hope, fingers crossed, that I've set it up correctly in that respect. But we are going to be jumping into the first video of the night, which is my lyric video for Greed, one of my songs from my album called Persistence. And this was Anne and Sue that requested this over on Patreon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys after. Rock! And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That is from my album called Persistence, which you can grab over at wingsofpegasus.com if you want to. It's also on iTunes and Amazon, but my own website is the best place for you to purchase it, if that makes sense, because I don't then have to give away a percentage to iTunes or Amazon. But anyway, getting back into the super chat room, because we did have a bit of action there during that video, and hopefully this is all working. I can see it over here. I think I might have to scroll up a little bit or move the screen. So let's see. Thank you guys so much for these donations, because if there weren't any donations, then I wouldn't have to be moving the screen. So it is an inconvenience that is very convenient because you guys are so amazing by donating. So thank you everyone for that. And I'm going to go up just to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. So we had Jen with the Gillette, and then Fred donated $5. So thank you for that, Fred. And the message is greetings from Joplin, Missouri. So thank you for that, Fred, and hello to you here from the UK, and I'm in Maidenhead just outside West London. So I hope you're having a great evening tonight. Thank you for joining me. And Kay has donated $5 as well. So thank you for that, Kay. The message is, when writing a song, do the lyrics drive the instrumentation, or does the instrumentation drive the lyrics? And thank you for that, Kay. With my own personal experience, the way that I prefer to write, it is a case of getting down the riff, the instrumentation, everything musically that I want to get together with chord progressions, etc. And maybe the guitar solo. What I tend to do is probably work on the guitar solo at the end, or at least at the end of recording all the other instrumentation, and then finally I'll probably go through the lyrical content and then get the vocals down. So for me, it very much is getting the track down first, all the instrumentation, and then finding a melody that I like that goes over the top of those chords. So I'm sure that at some points it does chop and change, but being a guitar player, I tend to always start with a riff or something that I'm playing that I like the sound of, and I get that down, maybe put a bass line to it and a drum beat, so that I start to get an appreciation of how it's going to start sounding in a song, and I just progress from there. And pretty much that vocal melody comes in at the end, and the lyrical content usually comes in after the melodic content. So I already know how I want to phrase something, and then I just have to work the lyrical content into the phrasing that I want to put in a particular song. And that's something that I mentioned about one of my songs called Amelia. That had to be Amelia. I had to have those hit points in there, so any other name didn't fit. So it had to be something like Amelia, and that's the name that I went for in the end because it fitted what I wanted to do with it, timing wise, phrasing wise, with the vocal line. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Kay. And we've had another donation from TeacherMan1955, who has donated $5, so thank you for that. The message is, subliminal is below the level of consciousness. I finally got my mug. Now I'm official. Laugh out loud. Rock with some rock horns and a guitar. So thank you for purchasing that rug. I haven't quite got that far with the merchandise yet, but maybe one day, who knows, you can get your hands on a Wings of Pegasus rug and a mug. So thank you for that, TeacherMan1955, for buying a mug in the first place. And also, if you guys want to upload your pictures to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, then you can do. And the name of that will be changing soon, hopefully right at the beginning of next month. So just a few days to go, and then we can all flock there again with the official name back. But if you do want to upload your pictures, you can do that over there. And we will be having a few more pictures on tonight's live stream, because I've been sneaking into the Wings of Pegasus supporters group and taking a look at some of those uploads. So thank you guys for doing that. We have had another donation from Orlando, who has donated $5. Thank you again. The message is, Greed is the actual song I wanted to request, but could not remember. I thank the ladies who made the request. So, with lots of fists there. So, fist pumps, I think those are. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Greed was, yes, the song. I'm not sure which other song that you might have requested, but that might have been something that we just got there in the end, and it was Anne and Sue that requested Greed, I do believe, as I said before I played the video, but they did that job for you, Orlando, and thank you for thanking the ladies as well and for that donation. So we've had another donation under this from Linda. I'm going to have to try and talk quickly to get through these. Thank you guys so much for this. Linda has donated $5, and the message is, happy live stream Saturday, Phil. What one thing would you want your fans to always remember about you? I do not know what I want fans to remember about me. I don't know, just saying fans is weird because I just see you guys as people that I hang out with on a Tuesday and a Saturday, and people that I talk to in the comment section. So yes, fans, I don't know, maybe that I did a video every night for over 2 years and have done so far. That is something that I think it gets to the point now where I'm determined not to stop to see how long I can go doing a new video every single night. And I know that some people do videos every day and maybe do an upload to YouTube or Instagram or something like that. But I think being able to make content on YouTube that includes a lot of information and you have to do a bit of research for, I try and do as best a quality video as I can, considering that I'm doing it every single night. So that's something that I do have a bit of pride in, just trying to make good videos every single night. So maybe that's something that I'd like people to think I did, or at least I'm hoping that's what I'm trying to do. And I think sometimes as well, people that comment on the videos don't realize that I'm doing a new one every single night. So it's one of those things that I'm going to keep on trying to do. But if it's one thing remembering that about me, then maybe that's it. Also, maybe that I did everything myself, or I do everything myself. It's just me controlling everything on screen, and this is why the live streams sometimes start a little bit late, because I'm trying to get everything on screen and I'm going through dummy runs of making sure it's all going to appear, and all the videos that I do, all the editing and the research, my cover videos, the mixing, the production side of it, the playing of the instruments, everything on this channel is me. So that's maybe something that is worth noting, because I know a lot of other channels have other people that do stuff for them, which would be good, but I think then you lose that personal attachment or that personal touch with your audience, because I've seen loads of YouTube channels where there are loads of comments and the person isn't even liking them or saying that I've read your comment. And that's something that I like to do with all of the comments. I just mark them as I go through to make sure that everyone knows that I have read them and I am making a note of their requests as well. But anyway, thank you for that, Linda. And we've had a donation underneath this from Joan of $49.99. Thank you so much for that, Joan. The message is for the usual hard drive fund. Also got my signed CD this week. It's awesome. Thank you, Phil, with some rock horns. So thank you for buying that CD, Joan, and I write that on the CD as well, as you will be able to see because you've now received it. But thank you for ordering that, and everybody who has ordered a CD, it is much appreciated, because all of the CD purchases, all of the song downloads, all of the merchandise as well, just keep everything rolling on this channel. So it is much appreciated, and it allows me to do so much of what I want to do on this channel. So thank you for that really kind donation, Joan, and everyone in the live chat room. Thank you for joining me tonight, and all of these super chat donations tonight as well. Let's have a little look at the likes. We're up to 179 and we're 25 minutes into the live stream. That's got to be some kind of record, but we're trying to get up to 230. I almost said 100 there, which we've already passed amazingly. So if you do get a chance to hit that thumbs up, we're now within 50, if my maths is correct, being at 180 likes. So if you do get a chance to hit that thumbs up, it'll be massively appreciated. By the way, as well, thank you everybody for hitting that subscribe button, because we've just passed 141,000 subscribers on the channel. Every time I say the number of subscribers, it's just getting more and more crazy. But thank you everybody for hitting that subscribe button and tuning in to watch the videos. It is much appreciated. So we are getting more donations coming in. Thank you guys for this. Carl has donated $5, and we all know what this is for, the usual Cross the Pond Fund. Hope all are staying safe and healthy. We need all the wingers around for the USA Phil Fest. Peace and love to all. So thank you for that, Carl, and the well wishes to everybody in the live chat room from Carl tonight. And Lucy has donated $19.99. Thank you so much for that, Lucy. The message is for the usual Cross the Pond and Family Norway Trip Funds. Hello Phil, fellow wingers, and welcome new wingers with some rock horns, a heart and peace. And I would also like to say the same that Lucy said there. Welcome anybody who is joining in for the first time on these live streams. We do one of these on Saturday nights and also Tuesday nights. So welcome to you. And if you are new in the live chat room, just say hello to everybody, because everyone's great in the live chat room and it's such a cool place to be. Thank you moderators as well for doing such a great job in there. But the community spirit we've got going on is great. And everybody just say a quick thank you to the moderators. Just a hello and thank you for everything that they do to keep it just moving along so smoothly. It is much appreciated as well from the moderators. So we are going to be jumping into the next video, but Franco has donated $5. Thank you for that, Franco. The message is, have you ever considered review of Pat Martino? Great backstory on overcoming tragedy. Be safe, little brother, does that say? I've cut the end of that off. Let me see if I can adjust that. It does say little brother with some fists again. So thank you for that, Franco. And I haven't got to Pat yet, but it is something that I'm sure in the future will be covered. It will go on the list. So don't worry about that, Franco, in case it isn't on the list already. But thank you so much for that donation. And King Nero has donated $10. And I'm going to have to move this again so I can just scroll down. My bad organization of this screen. So King Nero has donated $10 and said, got my mug too, Phil. Love it, and we'll be doing a selfie with it. So great news, and I will look out for that over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters page on Facebook. By the way, guys, if you want to head over to Facebook and go to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, you can do. You can join in with that. It's not currently called that because it was hacked, and the name that the hacker gave it is still there. So you'll definitely spot it if you see it. The good thing is that nobody else can see that you are part of that group because it's a private group, but just so you are pre-warned before you do go over there. But it will be back to normal in the next few days at the beginning of next month. So we'll be looking forward to that, and then we can all just jump back into it. So Jen, thank you for this $2 donation as well as the ones earlier. The message is, Frank suggested you sing some of your replies. Yeah, I don't want to lose everybody in this live stream, so that's not a very good idea at all. Because, yeah, suddenly it'll be 0 people watching and they'll cancel their likes as well. So I'll try and avoid that. But thank you, Jen and Frank, for that suggestion. I don't think it's something that's going to take off, but you never know. Thank you as well to Tim, who has donated $5. And the message is, just had my 60th birthday. Thank you for appreciating the music of my generation. And everybody say a happy birthday to Tim in the live chat room, even though it looks like maybe it was yesterday, or if he's just had it, it had to have been yesterday. Or maybe it's still the day that it is on Tuesday, because it's Wednesday here technically in the morning. But whichever day it was, congratulations, Tim, on hitting that milestone, and I hope you had a great day, and I'm sure everybody in the live chat room wishes you well for your 60th year going forwards and your 61st year. So thank you for that, Tim. And Robin has donated $30. Thank you so much for that. The message is, hey Phil, thanks to you, I have marmalade stuck in my brain. It's okay, it's a tasty jam. Enjoyed your analysis. Thanks for bringing them to mind, with a heart and a thumbs up. So thank you for that, Robin. And it's no problem. It's sounding like having marmalade stuck in your brain isn't the most desirable of situations, but I know exactly what you mean, and no problem at all with that video. Thank you so much for that donation. And we have Ray in the house tonight as well. Hello, Ray. Thank you for joining me tonight. The message, the donation is $50. Thank you so much for that. The message is, Phil, when you were getting started, did anyone try to discourage you from pursuing a career in music? Congratulations on 141,000 subs. So thank you for that, Ray. And when I started well, playing the guitar aged 12, and from then on it was something that I was never discouraged to do by my family. I just kept on doing it, and then I just started playing at school. One time I was playing the guitar and we had a bell that indicates the start of the next lesson, or at least the end of the break time. One time I didn't hear that. So the teacher, or at least a teacher who wasn't teaching, just came in and gave me an earful for playing the guitar when I should have been in a lesson. And that was my geography teacher that came in and did that. But sure enough, I think she probably understood that I couldn't hear the bell because I was rocking out. But I don't think she was necessarily that understanding of my situation, that actually I didn't want to go to class. I just wanted to keep playing the guitar. But that's only really the time that I can think of where somebody's actually stopped me playing, which is probably a good sign. I don't think that anybody's ever said, "You're rubbish, you should stop playing," apart from maybe my sister. But that is something that happens in families all the time, because she was in the bedroom next to me, and through the wall, it wasn't a particularly thick wall, so she had to listen to me practicing these same things over and over and over again. So she would just tell me to shut up and stop playing. But like every brother, I just didn't listen to her anyway and just kept on going. So it's something that I was never discouraged from doing. And even if I was, because I enjoyed it, I'd be doing it anyway. And I do sometimes get the very occasional comment of people saying, you know, "You're not very good at doing videos on YouTube. You need to find another job or another thing to do." And they don't realize that I play music, I sell my music, and that is what I do. I am a musician, so my income is that, from generating my own music, selling it, and people downloading it as singles and MP3s. So yes, I can't really get into anything else now because I'm so far down the line doing this. I think anybody that starts off doing music dreams of being able to do it full time, or in my case, dreams of being able to do it full time and teaching as well. I mean, that's something that I like to do, to just pass on any knowledge that I can, whether it be about musical performance or singing or playing the guitar. So I think I've got the best of both worlds. I think with my teaching privately, that's probably going to have to be minimal, if not stopped, because of the amount of stuff that I've got to deal with on a day-to-day basis now, which is great because it means that I can interact with you guys even more, because things are taking care of themselves, especially with you guys giving me so many super chat donations and all of your support over on Patreon as well. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Ray, for that question, but that donation as well. Stephen has donated $3 and gives a big thumbs up, so thank you for that, Stephen. And Jeannie's in the house as well and has donated $5, and thank you for this, Jeannie. The message is, "Hi Phil, I made it late, but I'm here. Yes, we definitely appreciate your personal touch on the channel and live streams. Can't wait for my signed CD," with a heart. So thank you for that, Jeannie. Thank you as well for ordering the CD, and that will hopefully be with you pretty soon because everything's back up and running now. Postage wise, if you are over in the USA, it might take a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I'm not sure, because it is a little bit far away, but they will get there eventually. So that'll be on its way to you, Jeannie. And thank you also for that donation. Kenneth is in the house and has donated $5 as well. So thank you for that. And can you see my thing on screen? I've had to move the little square so I can see what's going on. I'll get rid of that little arrow so it's not off-putting. Kenneth, thank you for this donation. The message is, "All of a sudden, I have the urge to purchase a Wings of Pegasus rug with some rock horns." And thank you for that, Kenneth. And unfortunately, they aren't available. Hoodies are available. That is something that we did manage to get done, but it's just the mug, and unfortunately not the rug at the moment. So I'll have to plug the rug at some point in the future. Just to have a Wings of Pegasus rug will be a great novelty. But thank you for that, Kenneth. We are going to be jumping into the next video. It looks like on the screen the likes have disappeared, and I don't know what's happened there. Unfortunately, we don't know. I think it did pass 200, so maybe that's going to come back in the future. Hopefully it will, fingers crossed, because I don't know why it's disappeared. Anyway, thank you so much for all of the super chat donations and for hitting that thumbs up, because we did, I'm sure, past 200, but we will see what happens in the future, and maybe it will come back if I play a video and mess around with some things. So we have had a few more donations, which I'll quickly do Carla's donation and address that. It is $4.99. Thank you for that, Carla. And the message is, happy birthday to Laurie Pond next Monday with a little party balloon there. So a massive happy birthday to Laurie as well, because that'll be the day before the next live stream. So just a couple of days, we've got Laurie's birthday on the calendar. So happy birthday, Laurie, for Monday. I hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you for moderating so well as well with Carla. And we are going to be getting into this next video. I want to try and sort out what is going on with the likes, because I'm sure that we've maybe got the target or getting close to the target. Maybe we can have a spike of the likes so that maybe by the end of this video we might have hit 230, which has got to be some kind of record, but we will see what happens. So this is going to be I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight, the song by Cutting Crew, of course, and this is, I think, requested or was requested by Orlando and Sue. So we did get to one of Orlando's requests in the end, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you guys afterwards. I'll try and organize what's going on with the screen while this is playing, and I'll see you in the live chat room while this is playing as well. Rock!
I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. I keep looking for something I can't get. Broken hearts lie all around me, and I don't see an easy way to get out of this. The diary sits by the bedside table. The curtains are closed. The cat's in a cradle. Who'd have thought that a boy like me could come to this? Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight.
there we have it. That was my cover of I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight by Cutting Crew, of course. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and we have had a lot of action in the super chat window, so thank you guys so much for that. Hopefully I've just looked at the screen. I was just about to say hopefully the likes are back on screen. It seems like they've disappeared again, so I have no idea what is going on with that. It just seems to disappear as soon as I'm addressing the likes in the top corner, it disappears. So, never mind, but let's get into the super chat window. I haven't finished with that likes box yet. We will get back to it somehow. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can do it. But we'll get into the super chat window, and thank you guys so much for this. I'm going to figure out a way to do it, maybe while I'm talking at the same time without interrupting everything. But we have had some more donations, quite a lot, so thank you guys so much for this. And King Nero has donated $20, so thank you for that. The message is, here's to one day analysing Phenom Victor Toy. I love... No, exclamation mark, love the moderators here too, as they keep the snakes out of our garden. So thank you for that, King Nero. Apologies about my reading. I read exclamation mark as an I and just threw everything off. But yes, thank you everyone for joining in with the live chat room, because it's such a great community, and it's just another massive shout out to the moderators that do such a great job in there. While I am shouting out, let me say a massive hello to Mario. Everybody say hello to Mario in the live chat room, because he was in there and I saw his name go through, and hopefully we can see it on screen at some point as well. Look out for Mario's name, and everybody say hello Mario, because that's what we do in these here parts on every single live stream when Mario is in the house. So, getting back to the super chat window, we have had a donation from Vince as well. Thank you for this, Vince. It's for $5. The message is, Phil, the Facebook group can be restored on 4th of July when the 28 days are up. Also, Mario is in the house, so thank you for that, Vince. And for that little bit of information, that on the 4th of July is when the name will be back to normal on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. So thank you for that, Vince. And Mona is in the house as well and has donated $2. And there's no message with that, so thank you for that donation. Deborah has donated $10. Thank you for that, Deborah. And the message is for orange squash and some healthy veggies. So thank you for that, Deborah. And I just mentioned at this point that I haven't had any pizza this week, so we're doing well. And I've actually done some exercise, so we are winning this week. But the thing is about exercise, you have to do it 3 weeks in a row to get into the routine, otherwise you just give up. So I'm still in that dangerous territory of maybe giving up with exercise, but I'm going to keep on going, fingers crossed, and keep everything going in the right direction, trying to avoid pizza as much as possible. But thank you for the orange squash donation and the vegetable donation as well, Deborah. Michaeline's in the house as well. Hello, Michaeline, and it's a $4.99 donation, so thank you for that. And Cheryl has donated $5. Thank you for that, Cheryl. The message is, I didn't realize you signed your CDs. I will take 100 with some rock horns and a smiley face. So thank you for that, Cheryl. Yes, I do. You can pick those up at wingsofpegasus.com/store. And yes, you get my nice messy handwriting all over it. So thank you for that, Cheryl. And Tim has donated $5. Thank you for that, Tim. The message is, wow, I just died when you sang I Just Died. Great cover. So thank you for that, Tim, and for the kind words. And Lucy has donated $9.99 again. Thank you, Lucy. The message is just a shout out. It went off the screen. To the frontliners keeping us safe during these unpredictable times with a heart. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sane, y'all. So thank you for that, Lucy, and thank you for that message as well. I think from what I've heard, the USA are going through it with the coronavirus at the moment, and it's so important to try and stay isolated if you can. Here we had The 2-meter rule, where you couldn't get closer than 2 meters, we're now down to 1 meter, I think, because things are, fingers crossed, a little bit more under control. But the problem is, people, whenever it's warm, go out to the beach, and there were crazy scenes where there were thousands of people going to the beach, and everyone's just instantly forgotten that coronavirus is still out there. So hopefully we don't get another peak, because we did manage to pretty much get it under control. So we will see what happens. But yeah, from what I've heard in the USA, it's still very much struggling with it there. So everything that you can do to stay isolated and stay safe is the most important thing. And also wearing masks is something that we do here, or at least on public transport, all that kind of stuff, where you are going to be close to people, so that you're pretty much protecting other people, I think, mostly from the fact that you might cough, and if you have it and you don't realize you have it, then you'll pass it on. So that's the reason for wearing the masks, as I understand it, but it's just better to be safe than sorry. But thank you for that, Lucy. And Linda has donated $5 as well. Again, thank you for that, Linda. The message is, you can tell that moderator Carla lady that 230 likes was too small of a goal, with a winking face and some laughing faces. So thank you for that, Linda. And this target of 230, the problem is that if we get a lot of likes, then that is going to be the record, and it's going to be really difficult to beat it again unless we keep on getting more viewers that join in with these live streams, which would be great. But setting a really high target is going to be difficult, but we will see what happens. Maybe we can increase the target next time to something a little bit above 230. Maybe we can just take a poll of numbers in the live chat room as to what we should aim for next time. But hitting 230 is just fantastic. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up so far, then you can do it now if you want to. So I do want to try and find a way that I can get the likes up on screen. And maybe we'll do it during this next video, because I will be getting into the next video pretty soon. It is 10 to 1 already in the morning here in the UK. So we'll quickly have a look into the super chat window again, because Jen has donated $2. Thank you for that, Jen. The message is, shout out Kim. She said, you're a cutie, with, I'm not sure what that face is, but thank you for that, Jen. And to Kim for saying that. Thank you for the kind words. And Krista has donated $6.99 as well. And is that Canadian dollars? I think so. Krista from Canada, unless I've misread that. But thank you for that. And it is the guy blowing on the party blower. That's what I've called it before. And I'm just going to stick with that. It might be something that I've made up. But thank you, Krista, for that. And Thais has donated 10 reals or reais, or reais, I think is what it is in Brazil. And thank you for that. The message is, I'm donating today because I love Cutting Crew. Do you like the song Did It All for Love? Phenomena. So thank you for that. And yes, I do. That is one of those songs that I think was in regular rotation in my house at some point. And this is the thing, that there were so many different styles of music. We had pop and also classic rock from my dad. My mum listens to lots of stuff, especially on the radio. She just gets the Motown on, and yeah, so many different songs, but certainly a total mix from my childhood, and Did It All for Love was one of those that definitely would have been in and around there, I do believe. And thank you for that donation. Deborah has donated $9.99. Thank you for that, Deborah. And the message is, Phil, we know you're a master of the guitar. What other instruments do you play? And what would you say is your proficiency level? I think with guitar, obviously I've been playing that since the age of 12. So that's my main instrument that I would regard myself as a guitarist who sings. But I think singing now I've been doing for 8 years, maybe, something like that. So I'm starting to get quite a lot of experience on that side of things. So I'm not sure I'd call myself a singer, but I have been practicing it for a long time. Drums, I play enough to get by, and I'm in no way, shape or form amazing at drums, but I play on the covers. Like, for example, I just died in my arms. That would be clever if I could do that, but I just died in your arms tonight. That is pretty straightforward, relatively straightforward, and a lot of these songs that I do cover are relatively straightforward on the drums, so it's relatively easy to get by with the mainstream 80s hits, because the foot pedals, unless you start getting more progressive, the foot pedals pretty much straight as you like, and it's just hi-hat, snare and a few fills. So drums, bass, again, bass is relatively straightforward, but a lot of the skill, muscle memory from guitar playing crosses over, so I can pretty much get away with playing on the bass with my fingers or with a pick. Obviously rock, there used to be quite a lot of picking going on the bass as well as the guitar, so a lot of the rock tracks I just use the pick, but I have used my fingers in some covers as well. Ukulele I do play, but I say I do play, I've taught it in the past, but I by no means use it in my own music, but I guess it counts as another instrument. Keys as well, it's something that I play enough to get by, so I wouldn't say that I'm advanced at all on keys and drums, but the other things I'm a little bit more advanced with, I guess. But pretty much if you can just get yourself to a point where you can get away with it, obviously on keys, just working out your basic chords and that kind of stuff. On my album, for example, it's pretty much straight down the line, just filling in a lot of frequency in the background with strings as well. So if you just map on your MIDI keyboard a string sound and hold down your chords with a sus2 or a sus4, then it works wonders. But anyway, thank you, Deborah, for that. And I think those are the instruments. There might be one that I'm missing out, but I think those are all the ones that I do play. And we have Karen in the house as well, who has donated $5. Thank you for that, Karen. The message is, hi Phil, what do you think of a hoodie-clad Wings of Pegasus mascot as a merchandise idea? It's just a thought. Thanks for all you do. Cheers, Karen. And I think actually getting a Pegasus as a mascot is going to be difficult. Size-wise, it's going to have to be a horse dressed up as a Pegasus because it is a mythical creature in the first place. But we will see. Obviously, a miniature version might be possible. I haven't looked into it, but thank you for the recommendation or the suggestion, Karen, and thank you for the donation as well. Tim has donated $10. Thank you for that, Tim. And the message is, thank for what you do. So, thank you, Tim. And I think that was maybe thank you for what you do. And no problem. This is just what I do. This is how I roll with you guys on the channel every night, doing an analysis video and a live stream on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And yeah, just keeping it organized as to where you are in the week is difficult in these times, but I do try my best. But thank you for that. And Teacherman1955 has donated again for $5. Thank you for that. The message is, July 4th is our Independence Day, 258 likes. Spike those likes. Rock with some rock horns. Loved the Cutting Crew cover. Spot on rock. So thank you for that. And we are going to gain our independence on the 4th of July on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group. So that's a great way to remember it. We can head over there and celebrate. So thank you for that. Deborah has donated again, and this is for $4.99. Thank you for that. And the message is, the Ronnie Rona virus ravaging our state, but we will prevail as we are freaking Texans, and that is everything. So thank you for that, Deborah. And this is the thing, just gotta pull together in a way where we isolate. So it's the opposite of pulling together, but you know what I mean. Everybody just being sensible, and it just is really falling down to everybody as an individual, just being as safe as possible. But I'm sure everything will improve, and it's just trying to keep control of everything as much as you can. But thank you so much for that donation, Deborah, and that message as well. And a big shout out to Texas Tonight as well. So Orlando has donated $50. Thank you so much for that, Orlando. The message is, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight was written by Cutting Crew frontman Nick Van Eede. Edie. I'm not even sure about the pronunciation. I think it's Edie, but I'm second guessing myself. I've totally had a mental blank. The song hit number 1 in 5 countries, including the United States and Canada. It reached number 4 in Great Britain, in case you all were wondering. So thank you for that, Orlando, for some stats. And usually these are the kind of things that reading out stats I'm not very good at. But as long as I've got them in my mind, then they tend to come out a little bit better. But thank you, Orlando, for that $50 donation as well. It is much appreciated. And Ray has donated another $50 as well. Thank you so much for that, Ray. The message is, Phil, my first 2 live streams were Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. On one of them, you passed 300 likes. We are 273 likes right now. It may be time to face it. You are very popular and appreciated. So thank you for that, Ray, and the kind words as well. I think on the New Year's Eve live stream and the Christmas Eve live stream, was it as well? It must have been, because it was a week apart. It was just a time where everybody might have been online, so we did get a lot of likes. So thank you everyone who was joining me then. And if you are a new liker tonight, if you are part of the live stream for the first time, hello, and thank you for hitting that thumbs up if you have done as well, but just for joining me tonight. And thank you, Ray, for that donation and the message as well. And Krista has donated $13.99 from Canada again and says thank you. So thank you, Krista. And Ray has donated again $10. Thank you for that. And at Northern Pike asks if you will be performing soon. So thank you for that question and relaying that. At the moment, performing wise, I do like to perform as a full band. I have done a couple of videos of me with a guitar, but the problem that I have is that I have to record myself singing harmonies with myself. So it isn't ideal. I prefer to get a band together and rehearse and put on more of a show, because I do hard rock type music. That's the genre that I really enjoy playing, and I just enjoy the whole full band thing. I'm not really particularly into the backing track thing of having everything going on behind me as well, but it might be something that in the future I could make a backing track and just perform by myself, but I think it just wouldn't be very interesting, just me standing there by myself playing with a backing track going on in the background. But you never know, if there's demand for it, then it's potentially something that I can do in the future. The other thing is having the time to organize it, especially when you're talking about rehearsals in a band. But even getting the backing track together, because I'm doing a new video every single night and doing these live streams, every single day I am up to something and I'm doing something new. So it would have to be a pre-planned event that everybody knows is coming up, so that's why I might not be live streaming, or I might not be on YouTube for a set amount of time because I'm rehearsing for a particular performance that I might be doing. But at the moment I am just online all the time and seeing you guys on the live streams as well. So as long as I can keep that up, I'm happy. I think if I was rehearsing a lot and didn't actually get to interact with you guys because I was doing so much other stuff in rehearsals and setting up backing tracks, all that kind of stuff, then it would probably not be as enjoyable, because I do like to come online with you guys to chat and get into the live chat room as well and interact with you guys in the comment section of the analysis videos. But we will see in the future. But thank you for that, Ray, and also Northern Pike. And we have Amy in the house who has donated $9.99. Thank you for that. The message is, hi all and thanks Phil, with some rock horns. Jeannie has donated $2 and says 290. Phil, we're close, with a smiley face. So let me try and see if I can get this square over here. This is something that I haven't done before. And I'm trying to get this over to the likes part. Is that going to make it visible on screen? And somehow that is even better than what I did before. Don't ask me why that is, but the screen now says likes 292 in big numbers and letters, which is great. So that is a win-win. I don't know why that's happened, but it's great. We are getting up towards 300 likes. So if anybody is out there who hasn't hit that thumbs up button, we could spike the likes at 2 minutes past 1 in the morning here in the UK. We're going to jump into this next video, and it is going to be my lyric video for Percy Johnson, which is an album track from my album called Persistence. This was requested by Kevin over on Patreon, so thank you for that. I'm going to be in the live chat room as always, and if you do like this, give it a thumbs up. We're looking for 5 more people now to see if we can get to 300. We'll see if those people do come along. Now we're looking for 2. Let's see if they jump along while this video is playing. I'll see you guys after. Rock! Have it. That was my song called Percy Johnson. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. And it looks like we are at 317 likes. So thank you guys so much for hitting that thumbs up. And if you haven't hit it yet, I think pretty much everyone must have hit that thumbs up because there's 317 people that have done it. So thank you guys so much for joining me on the live stream, but also just hitting it, because hitting that thumbs up means that the channel can get out there a little bit more, and also these live streams can get out there as well, so we can maybe entice a few more people into the live chat room. So thank you guys for making it over 300. It's now just jumped up to 321, so we've got 323 awesome people out there now. thank you guys for all of the support. We are going to be jumping into the super chat window again because we've had a little bit of action in there, and it was Carla who donated $4.99, and the message is over 290 likes. Record is 386 with a wink, and that was when it was New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, so it was a very specific day of the year, or a couple of days of the year, so there is going to be a lot more people probably joining in with that live stream. But this is just a normal Saturday, so it's great to get so many likes, but I don't think we're going to get a new record tonight. Maybe in the future, maybe before Christmas, at the end of this year, we can get a new record that we got at Christmas last year, so that it's just a normal amount of likes for a normal live stream. That would be amazing to be able to hit a record number for a normal live stream, but we will see what happens in the future. We are going to be calling it to an end pretty soon because it's almost 1:10 here in the morning. And Mario has... oh, we've got another donation from Deborah as well. Almost missed that one. So thank you for this, Deborah. It's a $4.99 donation. The message is, are you working on any new material, cover videos or original? And at the moment, all of my original stuff is just ideas, and cover videos normally, well, they used to take me about 2 weeks to get down, but since doing a new video every day, I'm literally doing something all the time, all day, and that's usually answering messages on Patreon, in the comment section of YouTube, also emails. I get a lot of emails, and once I've worked my way through that, the emails, I'm usually about 3 days behind because I just keep on trying to get through them as much as I can. And as it's me doing everything, and I do a new video every night, and that can take between 6 to 11 hours. 11 hours is a really bad night where things just don't work, but generally about 6 hours, and that's dependent as well on the research. Like if I don't know anything about a particular artist that I'm featuring, then I do a lot of research on it as well. So currently just doing a new video every day. I'm doing something for every minute of the day, so unfortunately having time to write and record and do other covers, for example, I'm hoping that in the future I'll be able to get back to that, but that might be the case that I'm getting other people to help me online, and I really don't want to lose, like I say so many times, the interaction side of it, because if I now wasn't live streaming but I did a cover once a month, that's what I used to do, and I had about 1,500 subscribers, and I'd do a new cover every single month, and I don't know how many years I did that for. But then once I started doing a new video every day, I started getting into the analysis side of things and doing these live streams, things then really did take off. So it's just whether I disappear for a couple of weeks and then have a new cover, and then do 2 weeks of videos and then disappear for another 2 weeks and maybe work on something else. I think maybe just totally disappearing isn't something that I particularly want to do. I just want to keep interacting with you guys on here, keep doing the live streams, keep doing analysis videos, because I do find them interesting, and I think it's an important thing as well to spread as much music as possible from previous generations, so that younger people might get an appreciation of the previous artists that inspired the artists that they then like and got into. So that is just something that I like to do. So anyway, thank you so much for that donation. And Mario has donated $200. Thank you so much for that, Mario. Another crazy donation. It is massively appreciated. The message is, really enjoying my Sunday morning with you all. With you and all the wingers feel brilliant with smiley faces. So thank you for that, Mario, and I hope that you have a great day as well as morning. And Jeannie has donated $2. Thank you for that, Jeannie. And Jeannie says 300, which we have passed. So thank you everyone for making us hit that target in tonight's live stream. Tim has donated $2 as well. So the message is 323 likes, but we need 2 million more. Now that would be interesting to get 2 million likes. That is never going to happen ever. But thank you, Tim, for being so positive with that approach to having 2 million likes. And Jeannie has donated $2 again, and the message is 324 now, Phil, but by the time you see this, 330. So it's 332. So thank you for that, Jeannie, and almost a good prediction there. Only 2 out. And then Orlando has donated $5. Thank you for that, Orlando. Again, the message is welcome Brandon Lee, who is new to the Wings of Pegasus live streams. You rock, Brandon, with some rock horns. So thank you for that, Orlando. And welcome Brandon Lee as well. I'm not sure if that is going to be a Bruce Lee fan. In fact, it probably is, but thank you for that, Orlando, and also Brandon Lee, who has now joined in with the live stream and the whole live chat room as well. Hello guys in there quickly: Mario, Pamela, the Mr. Ziff, Kim, Laurie in the house as well, and Linda, Lathia and Brandon and Lee, they're all moving. Susan and Dennis in the house as well. Thank you for that. So I know, by the way, that the 2 million more was from my song, Percy Johnson. I know that it's my own lyrics that Tim is saying about. That's why I laughed when I said it, but I didn't mention it out loud. So I think I saw Laurie go through as that was going through the live chat room while I was reading the names. Anyway, let's get into the final video of the night. But before we do, just to remind myself, we do have these mugshots that were over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters page on Facebook. First of all, hopefully I've set this up correctly. We have Karen, who has been featured before, who uploaded a picture, but this time we have some animal action trying to get a drink out of the mug. So this is Karen with Chipper as well. And Chipper is obviously trying to get a bit of that drink, whatever it is. Maybe it's orange squash, but maybe it's something else. So thank you for that, Karen. And let me try and remove that one and see if we can get David up on screen. This is David's Spike the Like mug, and Spike the Likes mug, I should say. What I also like about this picture is the way that we've got some classical artistry in the background, by the way, but also the way that the picture seems like it's balancing on the top of the mug. And I haven't worked out how that is being achieved. And thank you so much for uploading this, David, and for putting the picture up there as well, and for getting the mug in the first place. So we'll remove that from the screen, and hopefully this is going to be Debbie with her t-shirt. And thank you, Debbie, for purchasing one of the Wings of Pegasus t-shirts from the tray underneath this video, but also all the other videos if you guys want to get involved yourself with the merchandise. And thank you so much, Debbie, for uploading that to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook that will be called that on the 4th of July as well. But thank you everybody previously that I featured. Getting your faces on this live stream is always a little bit more interesting for me, rather than just to have me for a whole hour or more. It's 1:15 here already in the morning. So we are going to be jumping into the last video of the night, and this was requested by Laurie, who I just mentioned, over on Patreon. It is Unwanted Stranger, one of my songs from my album called Persistence. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys after. Rock! Hi guys, this is my first... And that wasn't the right video, so we're just going to glaze over the fact that that wasn't the right video, and this is definitely going to be the right video. I really hope it is. Fingers crossed, second time lucky, and I'm just going to blame this on Laurie for potentially having some kind of curse on the video and not making this a whole... the live stream without any mistakes. I think there's been loads of mistakes actually, including the likes, but is that still on? It's still on screen. 343 likes. So let's get on with it and try and just glaze over that. It never happened. This is Unwanted Stranger. Thank you, by the way, Laurie, for requesting this, and I'll see you guys afterwards again. Rock!
Told me something about you that I didn't want to know. Look me right in the eye, and then you placed your head on my shoulder. This position that you put me in, you're on a mission to take my world from around me. Wide awake, I worry vision became a nightmare. When the flood arrived, I realized what a fool I've been. You don't even know me, so how could you love me? Let alone care for this someone a stranger. Forget about the life that I dreamed of. Turn over, turn over, turn over. Waiting, anticipating. Come on, make up your mind. Repercussions and consequences. Should've known better. Wish I never met her. True to the letter, I'll never forget her. Waiting, anticipating. Come on, make up your mind.
And there we have it. That was my song called Unwanted Stranger. Thank you, Laurie, for requesting that one. And I hope that you guys have had an interesting evening tonight. It has certainly been a standalone live stream because we got up to 351 likes on the screen at the moment. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up. Of course, if you're watching this in the future, it's just gone up to 352. If you're watching this in the future, you can still hit that thumbs up. It all really does help the channel to get out there, and it also helps the analysis videos and everything. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up. And we are at 353, I believe now. So if you want to, you can still hit that thumbs up. It's just gone up again. I don't know where these people are coming from, but thank you everybody for joining me. And it's been 354 people who have hit that thumbs up. 355. And so we are going to be calling this to a close pretty soon. In fact, imminently. But before we do, I just want to get the super chat window up on screen again, because we had a little bit of action in there. It was a donation from Joe Guns, who has donated $25.76, I believe. And the message is hamburgers, fries, and a shake for dinner. So thank you for that, Joe. And that is something that I'll put into some kind of burger, McDonald's type fund, because here our McDonald's aren't open yet. I say they aren't, we only have one, but it's not open. So unfortunately, we don't get to have any of that. And I haven't had a McDonald's in probably, 3 or 4 months now, since the whole lockdown and quarantine thing started. So that's probably why it's been mostly pizza, and that's it. And yeah, maybe a bit of chicken, and yeah, Chinese as well. I'm also a little bit into Chinese, but I don't tend to have that too much. It's just a one-off really for a birthday celebration or something. So anyway, thank you so much for that, Joe. That'll go in my fund for McDonald's when it does eventually open up again. And then I'll just gradually get bigger and bigger on screen from eating lots of McDonald's and pizza. And it's all your fault in the live chat room. But thank you. It is much appreciated. So it looks like we're going to be ending this live stream on 359 likes. So thank you guys so much for all of the likes tonight and all of your support in the super chat window, and just for joining me full stop in the live chat room tonight. Just to have a look in there, we have Matrix X and Jennifer, the Mr. Ziv, Jeannie, Laurie, and Vince and Patrick, Donna, Michael, hello guys, Calfolk7 as well, Krista, Joe has just gone through, Joe Guns. So hello guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And if this is your first live stream, thank you for joining me on this Saturday night. We are going to be doing this again on Tuesday night, and of course next week as well. And there'll be a new analysis video for every other night, because that's just how we roll. Just before we do finish, there's another message and donation that has come through, and this is from Orlando, who has donated $5. Thank you for that, Orlando. The message is, thank you for another night of music and conversation. Rock. I love McDonald's. I am a Big Mac guy. And it looks like there's a burger with some fries, as you call them, over in the USA, and a milkshake, or just a drink, a normal drink. But I tend to have a Big Mac, maybe sometimes a quarter pounder, and I don't have chips because white potato doesn't agree with me, so I have a salad. I probably look ridiculous having a Big Mac and then a salad and also a Diet Coke. So I'm trying to offset the evilness or the bad diet of the burger with the salad and a diet drink. But anyway, I do enjoy a McDonald's now and again, but like I say, I always have just one bit of fast food every week. I seem to think that that's acceptable for myself. I can deal with that. I don't feel too guilty doing it. But thank you, Orlando, for that. And Italian Carrot Red has donated $14.99. This is what happens at the end of the live stream. I then can't speak. So $14.99 is what I meant to say. It was that number that was throwing me off. But thank you for the donation. The message is, for your pizza, sweetie. So thank you for that. And now I've got a pizza fund, I've got a McDonald's fund, and yes, I am going to gradually just get bigger and bigger on these live streams. But if you insist that I eat this food, then I must do it. So thank you guys for all of the donations tonight, all of your support over on Patreon as well. And you can still get involved over there as well if you want to. Patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. And if you are watching this in the future, again, if you comment, I won't be able to see it because I won't be live, because I'm just about to finish now. Maybe a good way to judge it is, if the likes say 363, then it's live. But if it doesn't say that, then maybe it's not live. Or maybe that's not a good way to figure it out. Anyway, the time here is 1 in the morning in the UK. So you can use the Greenwich Mean Time to work out in your country, wherever you are, whether you're watching live or not. But thank you everybody who has been watching this live. Also, Tim has just jumped into the super chat window with a donation of $2. So thank you for that, Tim. The message is, here's to a round table pizza and a salad. So thank you for that, Tim. More food donations, and we are going to be calling it to an end now. Thank you everybody for joining in. Also, moderators, massive thank you to you for keeping everything under control in that live chat room for the whole of tonight. Also, thank you guys for all of your donations in the super chat window, and everyone for hitting that like button, for making it go to 365. And maybe that's something that I can keep on the screen, and I'll save it and make sure that maybe we can keep a track of the likes as we go forward in the live streams, because we do bit by bit make these streams a little bit better, and hopefully the super chat window has been a little bit less off-putting as well. So thank you everybody for your 366 likes, all 366 of you. It is massively appreciated. I'm going to be in the comment section of tomorrow's analysis video as always, and if I don't see you then, I'll see you live again on Tuesday night for another live stream, where I don't know what we're going to aim for, but maybe we can come up with a number that is going to be achievable and not just crazy, because 366 is crazy to be hitting all the time. So we will see which number we can come up with. Maybe we can discuss that at some point, maybe over on Patreon or in the comment section on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've just seen something go off in the corner of my eye. So this is Laurie, who has donated $4.99. Thank you for that. And this is for a cheerleading outfit for Carla. And I don't know whether that's a cheerleading outfit for Carla for buy, or that I'm supposed to buy one for her. It certainly can't be a cheerleading outfit for me, because that would look ridiculous. But thank you for that, Laurie. And maybe Carla can have this cheerleading outfit because of the idea to come up with the amount of likes for tonight. So thank you, Carla, for that. And thank you, Laurie, as well, for that donation. I'm going to be calling it to a close now. I will be seeing you guys again live on Tuesday night and in the comment section of all of the videos, as always. I'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of the weekend and have a great day or evening wherever you are. And I'll catch up with you guys later. Rock!